Hey Sweet Heat fam, today I'm showing you how to make beef, shrimp, and broccoli. If you want to see the recipe, keep watching. So I'm starting off with flank steak that I bought at Publix. It was a bit on the pricier side, but you can use sirloin or any other cut of meat of your choice, or you could just use chicken or shrimp for this recipe. But you already know that I cleaned the meat with some lemon juice and water. Then I'm going to cut it into thin slices to make sure the meat gets tender. And after that, I just cut them in half because I didn't want those long slices. And sorry if the frame is off a little bit. My face was showing in the reflection of the cutting board and I looked at a hot mess. With the shrimp, I just put that in lemon juice and water as well. And then I dried off the moisture on the shrimp. Make sure you do that before you cook it. Then you'll see me peeling the shell off of the tail. And then I'm just going to devein the shrimp. If you want to see step by step how I devein the shrimp, just check out my stuffed salmon video. With seasoning the flank steak, you want to season it really well. I started off with onion powder and garlic powder, of course. Y'all know onion and garlic powder pretty much go on everything. Those are my staple seasonings. And then I'm just going to put some steak and chop seasoning in. After that, you just mix everything together with a little bit of oil and make sure you're getting all the seasoning into the meat. Here, I'm just going to add a little bit more of the steak and chop seasoning. So here's a time lapse of me cooking the meat. You just want to cook it until it's almost done and then you want to set it to the side. I just try to cook it so I can get that nice brown color on both sides. For the shrimp, I just used blackened seasoning and onion and garlic powder. I kept it real simple because all the flavor is going to come from the meat. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil to give everything a good mix before I start frying it. So I'm just going to brown the shrimp a little bit, but be careful when cooking it because you don't want to cook it all the way through. It cooks really fast, so just watch it. I started off with a little bit of hot water just to dissolve the cornstarch, and I used 2 tablespoons of that. And then I'm just going to dump in a half a cup of brown sugar. One cup of beef broth. A half a cup of soy sauce. And 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. So this next part is up to you. If you want your broccoli to still have a little texture or crunch to it, Add it to the last 20 or 30 minutes of cooking time. And the shrimp you can just add last since it takes no time for it to finish cooking. After adding everything in the pot, I let it simmer on low for an hour just to get the meat tender. But again, you can add your shrimp and broccoli towards the end. It may not look appealing at first, but after it simmers and the sugar caramelizes, it will be a nice brown color in the end. And that's pretty much all you have to do for this recipe. You just put everything together and let it simmer until it's done cooking. Y'all definitely have to try this recipe. It's super easy and it tastes as good as those other restaurants out there. I love cooking this at home. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. And if you do decide to make this recipe, please tag me on Instagram.